Florrie Ledbetter's gone. Who do laying out? Hey, who laid Florrie out, anyway?
Oh, Connie Tinsley.
Well, she's not laying a finger on me. You know, sometimes I think I'm just about ready to go off down to that cemetery. But if I had my way, I'd just like to go like my mother did.
Gee, that were a beautiful ending.
Oh, lovely. She just sat up, broke wind, and died. We all having the same again, girls.
I don't mind if I do.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the channel. My name's Serenity Solo and the Axe, and today we are in with the second episode of Coronation Street. It has been a month since this last aired. What I want to do is, if this gets enough likes, and I mean not just like 1,000, it needs to get enough likes for this, I will put this on a day of its own with whichever other show from Sunday gets the most likes. And then they will be rotating on a 2x basis instead of a 4. I can't do that with the Bill though, because I haven't got many Bill episodes, so it's Prisoner or Sons and Daughters will rotate with this show. So it'll be on a fortnightly basis instead of a monthly basis. So enough thumbs up and I will do that. I've got a number in my head. If it reaches that, I'm not going to say, but if it reaches that, then I will do it. So if you could please give it the like if you want more of those, and a subscribe if you're on YouTube. I would really greatly appreciate that, and you will have all my thanks. And to my Patreon members, I thank you all so very much for being here. I thank you for providing me the content so I can bring the content back to you. And thank you each and every one of you. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Oh god, I've got my headphones on, bloody hell. That would be a good help so I can comment on what's happening. So I did record the first 1970 episode way before, well, a couple of weeks ago before doing this. I didn't own the 60s, but I thought I'd better splash out and get the 60s so I can bring you the full.
You're getting into the swing of it then?
Oh, not doing too badly, thanks.
I'm just slipping down to see my daughter for a minute. You'll be all right, won't you?
Don't you worry yourself about
This one
me.
carries straight on from the last episode.
Whatever am
I think
doing?
we've got all
Here,
7
take for 'em.
episodes together.
Now, don't be so soft.
On
This
this
shop
one?
is yours now. You don't want to go turning good customer way. I won't be above an hour.
So she sold the shop to her, but she's still nicking the cream buns, or whatever they were. I have recorded one open all hours. That's not scheduled yet, but that till kind of reminds me of that.
Packet of firelighters, please.
Highlighters, now, where are they? Oh, here they are. Do you know how much you usually pay for them, love?
No, I've never bought them here before.
It's all right, they're marked. That'll be a gentleman's tar.
Okay, just charge anything that comes to mind. What happens if they cost?
Are you the owner of these premises?
What happens if they cost
Do you know what the
15?
correct time is?
Just on 8:45.
And do you realise that by selling me these, you've broken the law?
What?
Sorry, but I don't know what you're getting at.
Perhaps I'd better explain. We're police officers.
Well, I must be a bit dense.
Under a local bylaw, you're not allowed to sell perishable or non-perishable goods after 7 o'clock in the evening.
Why?
Your name, please.
Florence Lena Lindley.
Florence
What can I sell then?
Lena Lindley.
Well, I have to come with you to the police station.
What's the address of this shop, please?
15 Coronation Street. I said, well, I have to come with you to the police station because I'll have to go and get my coat.
You'll be receiving a summons in due course.
What will they do to me?
Afraid I can't say. That'll depend on the local magistrate.
See?
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I'm sorry if they seemed a bit too close to the microphone.
Good night.
Good night.
You could have told her this. This is
Take them ornaments I
important.
said she could have. Whatever's the matter?
I didn't know to shut up shop at 7. You never told me.
Eh?
That young couple that was from the police.
Oh, heck, I never thought they'd start that lark again. Oh, it's all my fault, love. It is really. I should have warned you.
Yeah,
Every
you
now
should
and
have.
then this swoop.
What will they do to me?
Oh, it'll only be fine. It won't be much.
Will my name get in the papers?
Oh, that's nothing.
What will people think?
Hey, it might drum up more trade. They might think you're a local celebrity.
Whatever are you up to?
Or they might be
I have
expecting
known. Small things amuse small minds.
her to stay
You
open
change
late
your
all the
tune when I
time.
come up with my 75,000.
I will think on and put cross on. First dividend or no first dividend, I don't want any publicity.
I can just see myself standing on stage at Luxie,
If that's
receiving
Annie
me
Walker,
cheque
bloody
and
hell.
getting a kiss from a
She
film
don't sound as
star.
posh as she did in the 70s.
What some women will do for a living.
I'm sorry about the sound quality of this episode. I don't know what they did.
Evening, Martha.
Evening, have you got a packet of crisps? All right, all
We
right.
could have
come on,
restored it,
get in
nearly.
'em.
The
I'll bring you out
DVD
a bottle
release.
of lemonade to drink on step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get us some more crisps down. We're out.
It's our Lily Sandra.
Oh, your little granddaughter?
Aye.
If they ever
I'm
do-
minding her. Poor little thing. She fell down and hurt her leg.
If they ever
Sobbing her
do
little heart out, she
restored
is. And nothing will calm her down like a
episodes,
packet of crisps.
I'll take
She's been
these ones
eating crisps
down
before she
and
could
I shall
talk.
re-upload those ones.
Here I see.
They won't come
Have
monthly.
them Barlow's got a car?
Barlow's at number 3?
Aye.
Not as I know of.
Well, there's one standing outside their door.
I'm sorry, love, we weren't expecting company.
Don't worry about me, Mrs. Barlow.
Oh, David, get that thing out
She
at
stayed
road.
then.
I'm not telling you a word of a lie. Let two of them loose together for 5 minutes and they turn the place into a proper tin.
Now, you be quiet. I'll take clock apart again.
So was that
You
man
do.
behind the
Oh,
bar
that's a nice way to
and
be
his
person.
husband?
Do you fancy a cup of tea, love?
I'd love one.
Oh, where are you off?
I'm off to put kettle on.
Well, that's something new. He hasn't done that in years. Oh, David, get out from under my feet. Think on, you don't fill the kettle for the whole street.
Well, I should think at my time of life I could be trusted to fill a kettle.
I can tell by the sound you're putting too much on it. See, we're having not hot water bottles. Here, I don't know. Do it yourself, Ida.
I always fill my kettle up to full first time in the morning.
Oh, yeah?
Fine.
Look, we've obviously got to have this tea, otherwise she'll be offended. But after that, let's make a quick dash, boy.
Where to?
Oh, into town.
Oh, don't let's
I
bother
hope
about
not-
town. What about that funny
I hope
little
this is not
Victorian
seen as
pub on the
encouraging
corner?
smoking.
You mean the Rover's return? You should just see inside.
That's exactly what I want to do. You won't mind sterilised now, will you, dear?
Hey, is that yours? That car on?
No, it's not mine. It's my father's. I borrowed it.
Hey, kids, never mind. I'll soon shift them.
Did she leave the door open and the
A
kids
little bit
just
much, I must
inside
say, when you won't
beeping
tell a
the
lady
horn?
to answer the boiler.
Booping the
I'm
horn.
sorry, but I daren't. I've just found out having to serve after 7 o'clock at night. I was just going to change the notice when you come in.
Oh, don't be daft. Nobody bothers about that. Look
It's
here,
just been
Elsie,
done.
I've been coming in this shop for donkey's years.
What's the trouble this time?
2 ounces of boiled lamb. That's what the trouble this time is.
Well, you can't have it.
Well, that's a new one on me.
Aye, it's a new one on all of us, but you still can't have it.
Why, has there been bother?
If you give it
Nothing that
and
should
put it on
worry
the
you.
slate,
Oh,
it's
then
not
there has
technically
been
selling.
Well, I don't know what I'm going to do for my supper. I was banking on that boiled lamb. My belly'll think me throat's cut. Hello, Christine.
Your
Oh,
soup.
you look washed out, love. Is everything all right? I'm afraid we're shut.
Have you ever heard the like?
Mrs. Sharples, I want to have a word with you.
What, me?
Yes, and now's as good a time as any other.
What about?
Me mum.
Oh, the poor soul.
I want you to stop going round saying them things about her.
What things? I haven't been saying anything. Look, you don't want to be so touchy just because your mum's gone pots for rags.
You see, there you go again, pots for rags.
Excuse
Well,
me,
she
shop's
hasn't. What do you
closed.
want me to say?
Listen, my mother's had a nervous breakdown and she's gone into hospital to get better. And if you must know, I don't want you to say anything. Just mind your own business for a change.
Will you, alter, madam? You want your bottom smacking, Miss Christine Hardman. That's what you want. Have you
Who's your
heard her
mother?
like a bit of a kid like her telling me what?
Now, just shut it and listen. I am telling you. You'd better watch it. Because if you don't, a solicitor's letter, that's what you'll be getting.
Right. Did your mother or did she not stand screaming blue murder in the middle of Coronation Street at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Shouldn't have thought
When?
she kept you up.
Up, the whole street was up. And, milady, the following morning was not the receiving officer sent for. Listen, you want to listen to this conversation, you might be called upon to remember it. You, your little...
Tina, we're having no language in this shop.
Oh, that's right. Take her side, I would.
Nobody's taking sides with anybody.
That's right. I don't
This
know what's
must
coming
have
to this
been
place. First of
before
all, you
the
deny me
first
my boiled ham, and then
episode.
you stand here and watch me get insulted. Bah, it's been a right
Or
eye
between
opener, this has.
episodes.
Now, look here, Ina. We've enough trouble here of our own without you stirring more up.
Oh, you're in some sort of bother, eh? Just like that time in the war with those ration folks, wasn't it?
Well, that's a nice thing to say.
Oh, I know. Nothing was ever proved, but it doesn't stop a body from thinking. Ah, yes, these are the times when you find out who your true friends are. By heaven, they don't want you when you're old. Well, I may
She
be
says
only
that
an
we're
old
taking
pensioner with a bit
sides.
of money in my pocket, but from now on, I'll be spending it elsewhere. And as for you, you want to take a grip on yourself, things like that, running families.
Oh, they were taking
As
sides.
long as you've got a spare wheel, Susan, we're all right.
Beyond me how they did it.
What my dad thinks he's doing, standing out there looking at it. Oh, little devils hammered 6-inch nails in the tyres. That's how they did it. Them scratches on the bonnet don't amount to much. I'll just leave this here to brew for a minute.
Well, put the courtney on.
Welcome to Coronation Street, Susan.
This. All I'm worried about is what my father's going to say.
Oh, dear, going to get in bother.
Oh, I expect it'll be all right. Are those the photographs?
Right.
Oh, for heaven's sake, you don't want to look at those.
Why not?
I think photographs are very interesting.
So do I.
Well, you can turn that page over for a start.
Why, you've got a clean nappy on. Let me tell you, you're a lot less trouble then than you are now. Oh, and there's him in his first long pants at the Whitweek Walks. I've still got one of myself somewhere. Oh, very self-willed I was as a child. All the other kids had wreaths and
Isn't this only the second date? It's a bit early to be looking at these kind of photos.
I've never seen this
And it's a
picture.
bit early to be meeting the
I've still got
family.
the handbag upstairs. Hang on, I'll just nip up and get it.
Have you got a jack, Susan?
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, well, it's all right. There's a fellow up the road I can borrow one off. Hey, the only trouble is he's on overtime. Won't be home till 9 o'clock.
Oh, well, that's us stuck here for the evening.
I'm sure you can think of something to do. Take her to the Milvers. She wanted to see it. Adverts over, folks. Which adverts were this fast a meal? Well, they are if you do it on Sky, on catch-up. You don't get adverts there. Sorry, I keep kicking the camera. Best purchase I made. I need a better memory card to up the bitrate on it. Yeah, I do apologise about the sound quality on this one. I don't know how I could have good sound quality on the first, then not so good on this.
Hey, Mum, I don't know what's the matter with my nose. Nothing seems to stick on it these days.
That's worry. Your makeup never does go on straight when you're worried.
What's that shade of lipstick you're using?
Kiss and tell. We've heard the like.
Unless I
The
couldn't
advert
find
in the
the
chemist said it was the
windshield
lipstick for the young at heart.
for the
Me, I
microphone
feel
button,
about
not for the
9 or
car.
Are you really not going back to him?
I don't know. Yes, I do, really. No, Ma'am, I'm not going back to him.
Why'd you have to go and
Is
marry
he
a
gonna
pole
come and
first, what I want
try?
to know?
He said the same thing when I was engaged to Roy.
Oh, Yanks, poles, what's the difference?
I felt like having something different.
You're telling me. When you were courting, this house was like the League of Nations.
History, as you might say, is repeating itself, isn't it? Have you seen my dad recently?
He didn't see me, though. He was coming out of a shoe shop with a parcel under his arm.
So I take it
Ever
they're
thought
not
about getting a
together.
divorce?
I've thought about it, but that's all. You thinking of going in for one?
No grounds.
You must be. You don't
You
leave
think
him
he'll
for
come
no
after you?
reason.
Ivan?
Yeah. We're in for some fun and games, then.
All dressed up and nowhere to go. Anything on telly?
It's broke.
Oh.
But say if you turned
Yeah,
it on,
have
you
a
might have
comic.
been able to watch Coronation Street.
So,
Wonder what they would have watched. I think this was the only soap on in those days. We're getting all these new characters. How many people live on this street? Yeah, that must be her husband.
Yeah, well, these should see us through tonight. I said these should see us through tonight.
I'm not deaf. I heard you the first time.
Well, what's up?
Nothing's up. Good night. Isn't it about time you was getting changed, or do you intend to stop all night in your old bowling cardigan?
Oh, still got one or two things to see to.
No spoilers, but how does she get this posh voice then that she ends up getting?
How's Lucille?
Reggie's fretting, love.
That orphanage is no place for her. She should be at home.
Aye, dead right she should, but who's going to look after her?
It's about time you was thinking of getting married again.
Fine bargain I'd make.
Now, there's a lot of big lad to have you.
Aye, you just find me one, that's all.
Now, you want to watch out what you're saying. I might take you up on that. Well,
Where's my clean shirt?
where do you think it is? It's on the bed. And what are you standing there looking so gormless for?
I'd just like to know what I've done, that's all.
I bet you would. Now, listen, your shirt's on the bed, and for heaven's sake, get moving. Please get moving. I want to have a bite of something to eat before the rush starts.
He's only going to change his shirt, love. It's only going to be an hour, is he? Unless he shirks. I do apologise if I keep knocking the
The
camera.
young chap along the bar.
The dark one.
Do you know him?
His face has got a familiar look to it, hasn't it?
That's to me, too. Well, I can't stand it talking.
Good night, love.
Good night, Harry.
What we're speaking about in the end of the last episode, about the first episode, it was,
Are you all right, boys?
and
Yes, thank you.
somewhere in this episode, I'm not going to say where, I have seen the clip, well, not the clip,
Changeable for the time
the
of the
person
year,
who died
isn't
in the
it?
clip, so...
Oh, yes.
Funny weather we are having.
Ah, the weather. Oh, yes.
Doesn't seem to be able to make up its mind what to do, does it?
So I'm not
No.
confused anymore.
No.
Could I have another half a pint of bitter, please?
Oh, you like bitter then? Excuse me.
It's in a pub. Well, mind you, if I go to a
Excuse me
pub, I drink
asking, but you're not
alcohol-free,
English,
so
No.
lager.
Ukrainian?
No, I'm not Ukrainian.
Well, why I asked that?
Oh,
Some
it's
of us come to
hers,
work
her
round
husband.
here. Do you work round here?
No, I don't.
But I've seen you in here before, haven't I? I know your face.
You're right, you have seen me, yes.
Now, who are you with?
In the paper?
No, don't tell me. Let me guess. No, I give up.
I'm afraid I do not understand. I give up.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that'd be a
Come on, Martha, sup up, it's your turn.
little young Miss Tanner's husband.
So I thought to myself, well, Christine Hardman, I wouldn't like to be you on the day of judgment when you have to answer to the good Lord for all the things you've said to me tonight. Oh, the young people of today.
Mind you have to speak as you find. And some folks is different. Now, take my youngest daughter's husband.
Oh, your Lily's Will. Oh, he's a lovely young fella. He's learning the car, isn't he?
Aye, took me to Morecambe last Tuesday. And believe me, I never opened my purse all night.
Hey, who's that?
Where?
Everyone knows him, bloody hell.
Elder. That gypsy-looking fella in public.
Never saw him in my life before.
I have. It's that Pole that Linda Tanner married.
Thank you.
So she's going to go straight down there and tell her. I hope she does. Give a warning instead of him just turning up.
Where'd you get them from? I don't. They're our Dennis's. Wonder where he's slammed off to. I don't know.
I've not seen him since he got accused.
He's got no money, that I do know. You know him, that wouldn't stop him. I'm fed up. Well, what am I supposed to do about it? We do something. Go out for chips if you want. Moth chips.
Can you put the windshield on, please? Is that what it's called?
I tell you what, let's go and have one. Oh, where's it to go? The corner. Oh, you don't want to go there. It's a dead alive hole. There's nobody there. It's been deader than it is here. Oh, and I think of some of the places they got into during the war. You know something? I went past one of those places the other day and I just stood there looking at it.
You must have looked a right sight standing gawping with your shopping bag.
Commissioner looked at me a bit funny, but I just stared him out. I thought, yes, Tiddles, you wouldn't be looking so superior if this was 1942 and I was sweeping in with one of my Yankee officers.
Oh, do you know officers?
I hope they'll put that shield on the next episode.
I tell you, if it hadn't been for you and our Dennis, I'd be shutting
I
your
hope it's
father
not
by
too
now and out in
distracting for you.
Arizona.
Them Yanks was all right, even counting them that was left 3 years ago. Oh, I had some smashing times. I'm free with the money. I never had so much as to buy a pair of stockings in 2 years. Do you remember the first time I had canned beer?
Did they have them in those days?
To Roy, wasn't it?
Not stockings.
Do I know?
The windshields.
Them was good days. You and I haven't go out much.
Do we Ella's like?
You must go to the pictures.
I won't go. It's expensive. See, it says it's waste of money, and I'm blowed if I'm queuing up for 1 and 9s for all the world to see with the wind blowing round your ankles.
Do you mean to sit there and tell me that you're stopping night in and night out?
Yeah. Oh, I did take me out to some club for Poles once.
What was it like?
Oh, I don't know. It was all in foreign language.
Is it a strip club?
So now we just stay in.
Club with poles?
Well, there's one thing. I've got something nice to look
Sorry,
at. You
I
must admit,
apologise.
it's smashing looking.
What do you mean, I've got something? I've left him. Suppose he's handsome enough in summer when he's brown. But this time of year, his face has got a sort of yellowish tinge. Oh, come on, ma'am. Patch your face up. It could be much deader at the corner than it is here. I'll swap Superman for Rover's Return any day.
Say Superman. Did we have Superman back then? 1960?
You know, you've got to say one thing about our David. He soon gets things under control. Hey, where have they gone?
He's taken her in next door to meet Esther.
Well, I think he might have stopped like and offered to help.
Oh, I told him not to bother. He's no good at things like that. He's not mechanically minded.
You mean he's ham-fisted? Hello, lad. How's it going?
Ah, not the spare wheel on. It's a bit on the flat side, though.
Well, surely she's got a pump.
Pump? You haven't as much as got a spanner. What sort of man must the father be to let her out without him?
You know, I'm beginning to wonder whether he knows she's got it.
Well, he'll know all right when he sees his bonnet. Look, I won't be a minute, love.
Hello.
Right, thanks.
Hey. What about our Ken, then?
Oh, what about him?
Girl in it.
Oh, get away with you. They're just good friends.
The bridegroom's mother was tastefully attired in
Oh,
pink
very
chiffon.
funny. Well, come to think about it, I want to have a word with you.
Oh? What about?
Are you going to get that rise?
Well, the union's hopeful.
Yes, well, think on. If you do it, if you do get that rise, I want a bit more out of your pay packet.
Not how much?
Well, you couldn't get full board anywhere else for 30 shillings a week, and don't tell me you could.
No, I know.
And
So
then there's
those
your
days,
washing.
All right, but
There are no buts about
they
it.
believed
When
it
I
could
was
be
your
sent for
age,
the
I'd
woman,
down
where
over my
nowadays
pay
if
packet.
it sends for the woman,
You know how much I got?
Go on.
Well,
must be
what's so
something
funny
in
about
it.
that?
You go clucking on like an old hen.
sort of still like them
But
days.
just start now, didn't get a word in edgeways. When you set up for a quid.
No.
Well, that's all you're getting.
No.
I'm not offering any more than a quid.
No.
Going, gone.
No, I only want 10 shillings. I don't want you to think I'm grasping. I
So what's
just want
10
you to
shillings,
realise the proper
£1.50?
value of money, that's all. You can put the other 10 shillings on one side.
Oh, no. Thought there was a
£1.10.
catch in it somewhere.
She'll be all right. She's got enough air in it to get to the garage. It's a fine thing to happen, I must say. First time our Ken brings his young lady home.
The young
We
lady?
don't have shillings and pence on
Well,
our
that's what
board.
she is, isn't she?
Hey, I don't know what's got into the pair of you. You're as bad as a couple of old women.
Well, you've got to face up to it, Mother. There comes a time when the little birds have to fly from the nest.
Go on with you. Don't take any notes of him, love. She's a nice girl, though, isn't she?
She's all right.
I wonder if she's on the scholarship.
Oh, I wouldn't know about that. I shouldn't think it'd matter, though. You can
She
tell
might
she
be
comes from money
private.
folk, can't you?
She's not bad
Yeah.
looking either.
She's got a nice way with her, you know, not too much tutty on her face. Yeah, what have you done with the matches, Dave? Let me see it.
Here, look at this one. It's got Walter Crane illustrations.
Oh, it's little Miss Peggy. I've got it to
When
it
he
with
said,
my
li-
mother.
Oh,
oh,
I think this is one that belonged to Esther's sister.
Albert lives next door to the
Presented
pub.
to Ada Hayes for good conduct.
They make them go to the
Street
pub.
School 196. What a funny name for a school.
Yeah, watch it. I went there.
Oh, you've never got that bookcase open again.
Oh, I think some of these old children's books are absolutely terrific.
Well, if it weren't for Kenneth, I'd have fired him years ago. But when I so much as mention it, he nearly raises Cain.
I don't blame him.
Oh, I don't know. I should have thought young people at colleges had something more interesting to think about. Oh, was that my front door?
I think so.
Just see. Excuse me.
Why did they always ask?
Look,
No, it was someone up in your
shall we go in the
attic.
car?
Why?
Well, nothing very amusing round here.
What about the fascinating little pub on the corner?
I've heard the Rovers call some things in my time, but never fascinating.
Come on in, love. Oh, I didn't realise you had company.
This is Christine from up the street, and this is a friend of Kenneth's. Her name's Susan.
Hello. Pleased to meet you.
Well, we're just off, Esther.
Right you are. Well, don't forget you bring her to see me next time you're over.
I will.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Ken.
Well, go on, we've got to take a go.
So the ones
I
on the
hope I
other
haven't driven
side,
them away.
Don't
not
sit
Albert's.
soft. Sit yourself down.
Thanks very much.
Oh, come on, love. You know you can tell me. What's the trouble? Oh, come on, come on. Where's your hanky?
To tell my thing.
Oh, here you are. Use this.
Thanks very much.
Now, what's the trouble? Is it money?
No, it's not that.
You sure?
Positive it. Well, it's just that you know where they took my mother.
To hospital.
But you know which one.
Well, what's the difference? It's still a hospital.
Well, I know that, but, well, it's people like Ina Sharples.
What's she been saying?
Oh, you know Ina.
No, I can imagine. Some folk, they make me tired. They do, really. Oh,
You gave her the mouthful. Mind you, we don't know what happens with his shouting. Are you going to feel out of place in
I
there?
never make up my mind which I like best. Lemonade or ginger beer.
What, shandy? Oh, I've only got one kind here. Sorry there's no ice, but this morning this wasn't exactly the rip.
Will you stop it?
What?
Apologising for everything. Give me credit for a bit of sense. I wasn't expecting to find the Duchess of Devonshire in here.
Well, it's just that this isn't the sort of place you've been used to.
You mean I live in what's known as a nice residential suburb? Well, what's so marvellous about that? I know a whole lot of people up at college with us who'd really look down their noses at that. And anyway, my grandfather lives in a house that's exactly like yours. So don't think you've got the sole rights on the Coronation Streets of this world, because you haven't.
Hey, now Florrie Ledbetter's gone. Who do laying out? Hey, who laid Florrie out anyway?
Oh, Connie Tinsley.
Well, she's not laying a finger on me. You know, sometimes I think I'm just about ready to go off down to that cemetery. But if I had my way, I'd just like to go like my mother did.
Gee, that were a beautiful ending.
Oh, lovely. She just sat up, broke wind, and died. You're all having the same again, girls.
I don't mind if I do.
I'd rather go in my sleep, but you know, whatever you're
Hey,
into.
up, Martha, quick. You're missing something good at public.
Hello, Linda.
What do you think you're doing here, Ivan Travisky?
Oh, well, we're never going to find out, but it's going to go to the next day, to the next time. It does follow on, but it will probably be like, a few days after. So we'll probably never know what he wants. So I like to leave, I'm going to start leaving the credits on shows that can go on YouTube, because I'm having to render it out 3 times as it is already, and I've only got a mid-range. It's a mid-range laptop. It's not on 16th of December. The next episode is not 16th of December. But if you want this bi-weekly, like, not bi-weekly, bi-monthly, no. Sign out. What I was trying to say is if you want this show twice a month, don't forget to thumbs up. That's what I was trying to say. And I'm going to leave these credits going from now on for YouTube members. This is to credit all the people who worked on them, not to keep the video going any longer. I've decided that everyone who worked on the show deserves credit. I mean, I'm showing it, it's allowed on YouTube or Dailymotion, or I'm getting it on Patreon. So these people deserve to be credited, so that's what they shall have. So that used to be Patreon exclusive, but now I'm going to make it everybody. So you'll hear some talk in the credits. This is only for my Patreon members in some other shows. No, you are getting them if it's allowed on YouTube. So I did enjoy that episode. Again, I mean, it did follow on when it gets to 1961, it will start skipping episodes. I just hope we don't get lost off. If there's anybody who used to watch these back in the day, can you please, or if the classic Coronation Street started from there on ITV3, is it? Please let me know when it comes to those, where it skips episodes, what happened to lead up to those episodes, or if it skips after a cliffhanger, what happened after that cliffhanger. But only make sure it skips. So maybe in the following episode, if it skips, do it then. So if you're on YouTube, can you please like if you want these videos to go twice monthly? I will do that, followed with whichever other video on Sunday, long running show. It'll be either Sons and Daughters or Prisoner because I haven't got enough Bill episodes. So I will move that to another day, like a Tuesday. No, I'll move that to a Saturday. I'll move that to a Saturday if you want those. If you could also subscribe, that would greatly help me out. I would really appreciate it, and I'd also let you know when new videos come up. It is 6 PM on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Sundays at the moment. But as I say, I will do it twice a month on Saturdays if you want, alternating with the other show. To my Patreon members, I thank you all so much. I thank you all for your support, and you're bringing the content to me so I can bring the content back to you. So thank you ever so much for that, and I hope I'm doing you justice in the shows you get, the YouTube early access and the exclusive shows that you're getting. So thank you all so very much, and I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.